I'm so excited!
So many beautiful rocks. That's a nice thing to find on my way out.
Hi everybody, it's Kate from KatyDid, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting and waiting. I got my books back from the printer, and so we're going to do a little box opening, take a look and see what they are looking like, and then afterwards I'm going to read you a chapter from the book so that you can kind of see what it's all about, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's go. I was so worried when we had this huge rainstorm where I work, and I was so worried that all the boxes were going to get just like soaking wet. Oh no! You learn to use scissors. Okay. I didn't get a good grade in scissor use when I was in kindergarten. Okay, here we go. I'm so excited! Oh wow, and they're like bundled together, and there we go.
Oh, they're so tall.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, they look just fantastic. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah, the pictures are just gorgeous colors. The text is easily readable. I made it extra spaced a little bit so that old eyes like mine could read it, because I have trouble with all the letters going together. So if you have bifocals, this is the book for you. But you know what? It's also the book for you if you just love rocks. Let's take a look. Oh man, the print quality is just awesome. I'm so excited. I'm gonna give you just a few little close-ups of this so that you can see what all is in here. This is the table of contents, and you can see that it has 24 different fishing accesses, along with some information about the rocks, how to find the rocks, a little bit about agate imposters, and even more beautiful rocks. Oh, but that's the forward, we don't care about that. Okay, this is Lower Yellowstone River accesses. I'm really happy about how this turned out. I was having nightmares about the text being the wrong size and all kinds of other stuff going on, so, you know, it's good. It's all good. Anyway, I will read to you the first chapter, and then after that, my plan is to read one chapter a month for members only. And so members will get to be able to listen to the book as like an audiobook. And this book is for sale on my Etsy store. The link is in the description below. And I'm really excited to finally have it in my hands. Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Kate from KatyDid, and as promised, I'm going to be reading the first chapter of the Lower Yellowstone River access from my book, So Many Beautiful Rocks. Let's get going. It seems oddly appropriate to begin a book titled So Many Beautiful Rocks with a chapter on the Huntley Bridge. Despite the fact that it is right next door to the largest city in Montana, the gravel bar at Huntley Bridge retains a degree of wildness despite many cars and trucks roaring across above it. And in the gravel, so many beautiful rocks. We pull into a small turnaround on the east side of the busy Huntley Bridge. Several neon orange traffic cones block the way down the river. Kava and I hike past them on the wide gravel ramp that leads to a massive gravel bar. I have never been here before, only gazed at it lovingly as I crossed over on the bridge. Today, I have decided to explore. I have little hope of finding agates at this spot, as I'm certain the area has been hunted and rehunted both by local folks and by people from out of town who have made Billings their base of operations. Huntley, a bedroom community of Billings, and nearly a suburb, is less than 10 miles away from the edge of the city. Still, I'm curious to see what I can find after a whole summer of rockhounds have hit the beach. As we reach the end of the ramp, several huge pieces of granite block our way. The stones are obviously intended to keep vehicles from driving down onto the beach and are much more effective than the neon cones would be if someone was bent on beach bashing. Well, okay, beach bashing isn't really a thing, I just made it up. But we used to go boonie bashing by driving around in the hills, so beach bashing should be a thing. I examine the granite chunks closely. Black mineral crystals in the rock sparkle in the sunlight. I make a mental note to look up the mineral composition of granite and schist to see if I can figure out what the shiny black stuff is. Just below the granite obstacles, a wide gravel bar sweeps under the bridge and to my right down the river. The rocks seem larger than on many beaches and are piled up in great drifts that are nearly as tall as I am. Even better, they are clean. I climb up the pile closest to me, admiring the rounded shape that the river creates as it tumbles the rocks over time. The rocks here are a rainbow of colors, shapes, and textures. Overhead behind me, the sounds of traffic rumbling over the bridge break the peacefulness of the river. I can hear the burble of running water in breaks between cars and trucks, and the sun on my back feels like a warm embrace. Looking down, I'm struck by the remarkable variety of stones that make up the beaches of the Yellowstone River. Just at my feet is a rock that has zebra stripes, vivid black and white, that rolls over the edge of the rounded stone. Even though I am usually hunting for the big three, agate, petrified wood, and jasper, today is all about appreciating the other beauties that can be found around here. A few steps away, I see something glistening in the sun. A closer examination reveals a stone that appears to have tiny chunks of pyrite embedded throughout. The matrix itself is dull and uninteresting, a kind of putty color, but the little crystals glitter. How lovely. Some people are like this rock, I think, as I place it back on the pile. Not much to look at first glance, but upon closer inspection, they shine. I begin a game of seeing how many different kinds of rocks I can spot while walking in a straight line to a giant log that has been tossed aside by spring floods. The colors, patterns, and textures combine to make a kind of rocky kaleidoscope, stripes and spots mingling with solid colors and glittering granite. A particularly shiny stone catches my eye, and I stop to pick it up. The black crystals in the matrix look like someone has decorated the rock with glitter. I try to remember what the shiny black mineral is. Maybe mica? Whatever it is, it's beautiful. Kaba is sniffing around down by the river as I walk over the mounds of large cobbles, navigating a path around huge logs that now make their home on the bank. I whistle for her as she trots toward me as we make our way back to the bridge. There are likely agates hidden under these rocks, but they will have to wait for another year when the river once again shifts the piles of gravel and reveals new treasures. Meanwhile, the beach has provided a stunning reminder of Montana's wild geologic past and a lovely ramble by the river. Thank you so much for joining me. This was an amazing project for me to undertake. I had so much fun with it and I learned so much, and now I hope that you will enjoy it too. You can buy these books on my Etsy store. They're now available. The link is in the description below. If you're interested in coming to Montana to rockhound the Yellowstone River, or even if you just dream about it, this book will give you a little taste of the Yellowstone River. Thanks again for coming along. This is Kate from KatyDid. Keep on doing.